we're just obviously excited to get back on the court. We host a really Moorhead State team. They always are, so talented on both ends of the court. So just expecting a really good battle Friday and Saturday this weekend with a talented team here at home.
What's this week looked like for you guys in terms of like preparation and practice and things like that? And has it been super challenging or pretty smooth?
I would say just been not necessarily challenging, but more unique in the fact that we didn't get to go full right away. We did some shooting drills with the kids who could, and then we finally get to go contact. So we'll have today and tomorrow to really prepare for Moorhead. But yeah, we're definitely just taking it in stride, trying to figure out how we can best plan and get our women ready with just a couple different kind of focuses on what we have to do with not being able to go full. So it's been unique, but I wouldn't say too challenging, just a little unique.
When did you guys get back in the gym for the first time?
Depends on who you ask and when. Each
Sure.
kid has different opportunities to get in if they weren't on the quarantine or on the contact. Some kids were able to get in and shoot on their own. Some were able to get in right away last week after they were cleared, but we were kind of waiting and holding our breath on tests, waiting for 2 full negative team tests this week until we go. So today will be our first full go. Feel like we're in the clear type of practice.
Okay. And yeah, I'm sure you guys are just ready to go after missing last week's games. And how do you, I guess, get the most out of that eagerness when, to make sure things aren't sloppy, but really sharp when game time does come?
Yeah, I think we just have to focus on, getting better on the little details every day. We watched a lot of film. Our women watched a lot of film on Moorhead. They watched the games live this weekend. So just staying sharp and as best they can, I think is important. Now, when we get to practice, obviously turnovers and rebounding will be a big emphasis again, as Moorhead is a really good rebounding team as well. So we just don't let the little things slide. We got to focus on the things that we need to get better after that weekend with Mankato.
What's the biggest challenge for a coach like you when you have a unique situation where players, like you said, some are coming in at different times and stuff like that, like, trying to get on page? Like, what's the biggest challenge?
Just remembering who's going to be at practice or not. For when you're prepping and planning, you might say, all right, now you add in we're in class. And so some kids have class during practice time for the first 45 minutes. So it's just kind of, you got to be a little relaxed and kind of go with the flow, because if you over prepare, God slaps you in the face and reminds you that you weren't paying attention a little bit. So I've gotten back into that, the fact that we had some COVID restrictions and then we're in class. So it's kind of like we walk in the gym and I'm like, who's here? And we'll go with who we go with. So it's just being flexible and being prepared for anything.
Yeah, Moorhead, obviously, like Mike was saying, I'm sure you guys are just thrilled to be able to play again after having to miss out last weekend. But what type of game do you expect coming up of this weekend with them?
Yeah, they're different than in the past. They've been, always so talented at the traditional high-low, really good at the sets they do run. They're playing a little more fast-paced, a little more read and spread type of offense, keeping their, their single 5-man in a little more and running some shuffle screens and just a different look from week 1 and week 2 with Augustana and Crookston. They're getting better at some of this new stuff too. So, we are prepared for all different kinds of offenses from them and looks, and I'm sure they'll just be what's working for them. So we have to be prepared to have an aggressive game inside where they traditionally just bang on us a little bit. But we also need to make sure we're ready for a track meet and a higher intensity and speed game this weekend as well.
All right. Good luck. It'll be fun to see you guys again.
Yeah. Thank you.
I think it was over the summer or something, I caught wind that your sister joined the MSUM staff. And so I'm just kind of curious, what have your conversations been like with her leading up to, these games this weekend?
It's been super fun. Definitely something we've been talking about since summer. Whoa, definitely something we've been talking about since summer. It's just different now that she's coaching and not actually playing. So it's kind of a different aspect, but it's super fun. We're on the phone last night, just trash talking each other and just having fun with it.
Cool. What has your history of playing or coaching together been like?
Playing together, we played for 2 years in high school together. She was a junior, senior. I was a sophomore, freshman. And so it was fun. Obviously, playing together is way different than having someone coach against you. But when we played together, like chemistry was there. We play kind of similar, but we've also played one-on-one games our whole life against each other. So we've beaten up on each other quite a bit.
Yeah. So, and then, I mean, you played one-on-one against each other. I'm sure there's that rivalry too, but you guys have been on the same side for, I'm sure, as long as you can remember. What do you think it's going to be like going into the gym and seeing her on the opposite sideline and playing against her?
I definitely think it's going to be different at first, but after our little hello, how you doing, good luck, I just got to stay locked in until the end of the game. And like I said, we've talked about it since summer, and she's coaching her team, I'm playing for my team. At the end of the day, we're still sisters, we still love each other, but on the court, we just give it to each other.
Yeah, good attitude. And then as far as your team now, just what's this week looked like in terms of like preparation and practice and things like that, and with distance and quarantining and whatnot, has it been super challenging or pretty smooth for you guys?
It was kind of mentally and physically challenging last week just to stay focused. So we know this week coming in, we just have to lock in every day. We have a week to prepare for a really good Moorhead team, and just coming in focused every day for practice and preparing the best we can.
How'd that front squat go?
Hurt. We had to do this jump squat, and it was painful.
Yeah, that does not sound like fun at all.
No.
So I just have one other question too. You kind of touched on it a little bit, but what was the most difficult thing about having that quarantine, especially after a great series you guys had to open up the season?
I think just more mentally knowing, all the other teams are playing and we're at home watching the games, and we should be out there right now. And so mentally, it was just tough to stay locked in. And physically, I mean, you got to stay in shape, basketball shape. You miss a day or two and you can get out of shape pretty quick. So just finding other ways to work out and stay active and just do the best you can to mentally and physically lock in for next week.
All right. Good luck.